Welcome in. Today, we're going to take what looks like a standard business template, a competitive analysis, and turn it into a genuine treasure map. Seriously, one that can lead you right to your next big breakthrough idea. All right, let's just jump right in because this is the big question, isn't it? It's the thing that stops so many of us. You've got this great idea, you're excited, but then you look around and the market just feels, well, packed. But what if I told you that crowded landscape isn't the problem? What if it's actually the key to everything? So here's our game plan. We've got 5 steps that are going to take us from feeling lost in that crowded marketplace all the way to finding your very own winning opportunity. Okay, first things first, we've got to face the reality of the terrain. I mean, let's be honest. We live in a world that is just jam-packed with products and services for pretty much anything you can think of. And yeah, that can feel, well, totally paralyzing. It's so easy to think, my idea isn't new enough, it's not different enough. But, and this is the big mindset shift we're making today. What if that crowded map isn't a wall stopping you? What if it's actually a source of amazing clues, pointing you exactly where you need to go? Now, to find those clues, you can't just wander around hoping for the best. Nope, you need the right tools. You need your map, you need your compass. And for us, that tool is a solid benchmarking framework. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That official definition, it sounds super corporate, maybe a little boring, right? So let's just toss that aside for a minute. Just think of it like this. This is your explorer's kit. It's the map that shows you what's already out there, and it's the compass that helps you find your way through it all with a clear purpose. All right, time to actually put this map to use. Our first move as explorers, we've got to survey the land. We're going to chart the known world by figuring out who's already there, what they've built, and where they've set up camp. And it starts really simple. Just list the main players. You'll probably have the big established giant, the incumbent. Then there's usually a smaller company that's found its own little corner, the niche player. And these days, you'll almost always see a newer techie disruptor shaking things up. The first step is just to get them all down on paper. And check this out. What's so cool about this is how fast you can get a bird's eye view of the entire landscape, just by charting a few key things. Are they global, local? Do they use subscriptions, one-time payments? How do they sell? Suddenly, you can see their whole strategy in a single glance. But wait, before we start looking for what's wrong, we have to do something that, honestly, a lot of people skip. We have to figure out what they're doing right. Because if you want to find their weaknesses, you first have to understand their strengths. Why do people choose them right now? And these things, these are like the big famous landmarks on our map. They're the well-worn paths. Maybe it's that one killer feature everyone raves about, or maybe they have thousands of 5-star reviews, or their pricing is just so simple it's a no-brainer. These are the things that customers have come to expect. Okay, this is where it gets really fun. We've mapped out everything that exists. Now we're going to flip the script and start hunting for what doesn't exist. It's time to step off the beaten path and venture into the uncharted territory. This is where the treasure is buried. And here's the secret. For every single strength you identified, there's almost always a shadow it casts on the other side. You know that super powerful feature? It might be way too complicated for a beginner. That simple, cheap pricing, it probably doesn't work for big teams. See, every decision they made was a trade-off, and every trade-off creates a gap. And you have to see these for what they are. They aren't just problems or weaknesses. They are bright, flashing neon signposts pointing you toward opportunity. Every single customer complaint, every 1-star review, every limitation. It's a giant clue telling you what customers are really trying to get done and how the current options just aren't cutting it. Oh man, a quote like this is pure gold. It takes that gap from being some abstract idea on a spreadsheet and makes it real. This is a real person with a real frustration. It's a specific problem just sitting there waiting for someone, maybe you, to come along with a better solution. So we've done it. We've surveyed the land. We've followed all the signposts, and we've found that empty space on the map. Now there's only one thing left to do. It's time to go in there, stake our claim, and plant our flag. And this right here, this is the question that everything has been building towards. Answering this one question doesn't just help your strategy, it becomes the absolute foundation of your entire new idea. The answer to that question, that's your unique value proposition. And look, this isn't just a marketing tagline. This is the flag you're going to plant in that new territory.
Just think about Dollar Shave Club, right? They went up against giants. Their flag wasn't cheaper razors. No, it was stop paying for overpriced razor tech you don't need and get it delivered to your door. They solved the real problem, which was the hassle and the cost. That was their flag.
So how do you build that flag? It's simple. You start with that specific need you uncovered. Then, you figure out how your approach is going to be different from everyone else's. You spell out the unique real-world value you're going to offer, and right there, that's the seed of your entire innovation. So if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. This is the X that marks the spot on your treasure map. A real breakthrough idea isn't something you just magically invent out of nowhere. It's something you discover, and you find it right there, at the perfect intersection of what customers are dying for and what the competition just isn't giving them. That's your treasure. So there you have it. That's how you benchmark your way to a breakthrough. See, you don't need a totally blank canvas. You just need a better map of the world that's already here. And now, you have that map. So the only question left is, where are you going to explore first?